Hello and welcome back to another video. It is wild windy here today, so I really hope you're going to be able to hear me. But I actually have quite a few bits going on in today's video. The first one is, and I'm actually going to say this video is sponsored by Autosparky because it might as well be. Because when the 390 landed here and I put up my first video, he got straight onto me and said, "Here, I'm sending you down some lights for the 390. So he's actually sending me down a box of gifts. There is so much in it. And he sent me a Bluetooth radio as well, because I was saying the radio on it just isn't great, so it'd be handy now. I can hook up the tunes to it there in the summer when I'm doing the topping and things as well. So he sent me a box of goodies, and I have my friend Jer inside in the shed now, hooking those up and sorting it out. I also ordered the camera for the loader off Autosparky then as well, because actually somebody sent me the link to it and everything, so thank you for doing that. You made my life very easy. So my friend is going to hook that up as well, hopefully today. But while he's doing that, I'm leaving the weanlings out. And you might think I'm mad. Today is, I think it's the 16th, 15th, 16th of January, so you might think, what are you doing? But I have a bit of grass in this field, and basically my parents are getting a permanent fence, a concrete fence done around their house. Remember, we had the trees come down and all that, taken down, not come down. So everything kind of got a bit damaged around the house, so they're putting up the concrete fence now. But of course, in doing that, they're going to dig up the field, and it's just going to be a waste of grass. So I'm kind of being a bit tight, really, to be honest, and I just don't want to waste the grass. So I'm going to put them out today, let them feed it, bring them in tonight, and maybe do the same tomorrow and over the weekend, and then I'd say the grass will be gone. The guys have delivered the fence, so that's the only reason why I'm doing this now. If the fence wasn't here, I'd leave it off until it did come, but just in case they come back to do it, I want to get ahead of them. And yeah, sure, look, there's no point in wasting grass. I'll probably be looking for it in another few months, so I'm going to get them out. It's 10-11 degrees here already today anyway. Even Dad, when he came down to feed the meal this morning, he said he left the shed doors open because it was warm inside there. So look, we don't need to be dealing with any pneumonia now or anything. So I'm going to get them out. Hopefully they'll be happy to come out. This could go anyway, or they could go anyway. But yeah, so I'm just going to set up here, close off the gates. I'll fence off the slabs that are after coming for the fence, because my mum and dad would kill me if they destroyed them. And yeah, we'll see how they get on outside for a few hours anyway. But yeah, I'll show you that. I got my silage results back as well, so if the video isn't going on too long, I'll mention those as well, just what they came back as. And yeah, I'll obviously give you a good look at the tractor with the lights and hopefully the camera and the radio and the whole lot. So round 2 of the tractor really. So yeah, we'll get stuck in anyway. They look so much better out of the slats. I'm actually really happy with them. Oh, here we go. Now, so that's the first light done there, and you can see the difference between the two. So obviously these ones are all LED compared to the old ones, but I think it looks a lot better. Good job done so far. Now I am out today, and it's a couple of days later, and as you can see, our weanlings are still out. So they spent their first night out last night. It was about 9 degrees last night. It's gone so mild. I don't need all these clothes at all today either, especially with the sun now. It's lovely. So they'll spend tonight out again, and we'll just leave them out here until either the grass is gone or the guys come back to do the work. And yeah, look, waste not, want not. As I said, I'll probably be looking for it later on in the year, but they're happy out. In fairness, the other ones are bellowing at them now, but I'm just leaving them out, and then I bring out their nuts in the evening and give that to them, and sure, they're happy out. They would literally follow me anywhere around the place. I hope the same can be said when I'm trying to bring them up across the main road, but in fairness, they're very good at the moment anyway. But the silage sample came back, so what I'm going to do first is I'll give the cattle a bale just to keep them quiet, and I'll just quickly run through what they came back at. A bit of a mixed bag, probably more negative than positive, but I'll go through it with you anyway. The tractor is still a work in progress. He hasn't gotten to everything. He has the majority and all the main lights done, but I'm hoping he can get back to me before I can get this video out on Thursday. If he can, I'll show you the full lot. If not, I'll record it on Wednesday and show you what we have done up to this point. And what I'll do is I'll actually come back in the evening when it's dark or nearly dark, because there's a fine stretch there at the moment. It's great. But I'll give you a proper idea of what the lights look like in the dark, because honestly, it's super impressive at the moment. So let me throw a bale into these first, and we'll go through the silage then, and they might stop then. Now here I had just planned to show you my nice quick easy way that I open the bales now, but then a whole load of water started pouring out of the bale. I've never seen anything like that before. That was unbelievable, and it kept pouring out. I had to get a brush and everything to clear away the water. But what I wanted to tell you and show you was that I have started cutting the circle further back into the bale now. And what usually happens is it means that when I flip the bale on its end, none of the plastic gets caught underneath, so it just kind of comes away a lot easier for me. That was not the case in this instance, because of course as soon as I turn on the camera or as soon as there's someone in the shed, it will always go pear-shaped. But I'll let you have a look at it. I did, only in hindsight and looking back on the video, realise that I almost hit the above the door with the loader as well, so I didn't realise how close I was to it. So you might spot that in a while as well when I'm taking the white film off. But yeah, I'll let you have a look at this anyway. It's nothing impressive to be looking at, to be honest, but sure, I have to show you the whole lot. Now, so the silage results, and I suppose coming on from the amount of water that came out of that bale there, it'll be no surprise some of the things I'm going to tell you. I'm a very professional outfit here, so everything is written on my hand. But basically what I did myself was I just did up a little quick Excel table with last year's results and this year's results, just to see, or should I say 2023 silage versus 2024 silage, just so I could see what was better or what was worse. So and I'll put that on the screen so you can see the actual figures, because I couldn't fit everything on my hand. But surprisingly, our dry matter is better this year, or in 2024, than it was in 2023. But if anybody saw my video last year, you would have remembered me maybe saying that I didn't think that was an accurate reflection of the 2023 bales. I think I probably just picked a headland bale, because the bales that I used subsequently from first cut were much, much drier than the one that I sent off for testing. So I would say this, like, I know for a fact overall this year's bales are way, way wetter. So although it says that, these are wetter. I never had to get a brush to sweep away the liquid out of a bale in the last 5 years since I've been doing this. So definitely wetter. Then lower protein, much lower protein actually. Seemed very high in the 2023 first cut, which might have been inflated a bit. I don't know. That's what the results came back with. But this year, yeah, they're not. It's not good on the protein. We've lower DMD then as well, so dry matter digestibility. So basically there's a lower feed value in the silage that I'm feeding them now compared to what I fed last year, which kind of seems to be answering a few questions between that and the protein. The ME then is the energy. That's also lower, so probably not surprising. It's lower in ash as well, but that's actually a good thing. So ash is kind of, if there's a contaminant in it, if kind of soil is raked into the bale, or if the slurry wasn't washed down well enough, you would have a high amount of ash, and all that impacts the fermentation. So you want your ash to be low, and we were better than last year, so our 2023. I'm confusing myself now. And then the last one was pH, and that is higher. And they say pH is higher. If pH is higher, your fermentation isn't going to be as good, so your silage quality isn't going to be as good. So that's just a very brief synopsis, because I just think, you know, your own silage samples are interesting to yourself and probably nobody else. But I think our silage is the problem, and I think our results show that. The fact that the DMD is significantly lower, I would say. Now, it's not terrible, it's absolutely not terrible, but considering we only cut a week later than we did in 2023, I don't know how it's that much lower. But I think I have mentioned before, I think I mentioned it in my last video actually, that it had gone to seed a bit, and it was a bit stemmy, and it just wasn't as leafy as we would have liked, whereas the previous year we had nice good leafy grass, and all of that plays a part. I believe you get your protein from that leafy bit of the grass, whereas if you have stem, or if you have that white root, there's just no energy in it. Now, we fed the ground like we always do before we spread the slurry, and then we go from there and we cut it. But it was just a very, very awkward year, as I mentioned before as well, for growing grass and for making silage. So, to be honest, I think that has put us on the back foot. The stuff we had last year just seemed to be absolute rocket fuel. The ones we had last year. Now, and look, thank you to everyone as well who commented on it on the last video. I know these are good cattle, and maybe I'm paying too much attention to the average daily gains. I know they are good weights and they are great. So it's not like it's a disaster, but I do think if we had just had better silage, that maybe we could have pushed them on just that little bit more. And look, every kg counts because you're paid by the kg, really. Well, you are in the factory in particular, but look, hopefully things will go well for us in the mart. I do believe, well, I don't know what to believe. I think it depends on the day. You can get a better price in the mart than you get in the factory, which, look, doesn't make sense, but that's where the agents are. They're buying up for the factories, and hopefully that'll be the case for when my guys go, because I'd be so upset if they didn't, you know, reach their full potential. But that is the story with the silage. I think this year now we really need to concentrate on doing it right. Last year we were forced to put out the slurry just after the ban was lifted, because our tank was full. So this year that is not the case. We're only about halfway full. It's not filling up at all because I cleaned out this pen for the guys before they came in the last night. It's a bit dirty again now. People always ask me as well about the mats. They say, are they easy to clean? No is the answer, but they're not bad either, you know. But as I said, I would not go for a smooth surface mat. I got these because I was worried about bulling heifers and whatnot. So it prevents them from slipping, but then you also have the comfort and all that for them on top of it. So I went with the one with the grip, and yeah, it's definitely not as easy to clean as the smooth mat, but I'd never go with anything else other than that. But yeah, so our slurry will be going out later this year. We'll get our fertilizer out as well, and hopefully we'll get better conditions to grow grass. And we'll try and cut around the 20th to the 25th of May. That is the plan, but this is Ireland, and we'll see if the weather plays ball and if the grass is ready. But yeah, we didn't quite get it right last year. I don't think it was too much of our fault, to be honest. It's just how it went. But that's the aim now for next year. Get the same level of silage as we had in 2023, because that was good stuff. But anyway, I am going to just give them their minerals and things, and as I said, I will come back and show you the lights. I hope I don't blind you when I'm showing you them, because honestly, you won't believe the light out of these things. Hopefully you can come and get it finished. I'd love that, but all the main ones are there anyway. You probably saw most of them when I was putting in the bale, but I'll give you a proper look anyway. So these are the old rear lights, so as you can see, have seen better days, and I will just show you the new ones now. So that's what the new ones look like. So much better. And then just a nice touch as well to have the two lights by the license plate as well, because one of them was there but one was completely gone, so it just looked a bit rough. So that's the back, and then I got new ones of these as well. So it's all looking quite sharp there, even before they're turned on. And then this is the light that was on the front, so fairly plain as well. So they came out. Now they do work, but there was very little light coming out of them altogether. So I'll show you now as well what's there instead. So there we go. That's what's in there instead. Again, just a big step up. And the top ones are done as well. So there were actually LED lights up on top there, but I said I might as well put on the ones Autosparky gave me, because they do seem to be the real deal. So I've kept the other ones, obviously, so if I ever need them in future, as Ger was saying, maybe I'd like to put them on the 135 someday or something. So they're there anyway. But again, sorry, my hand was in the way. I think that looks really classy. And yeah, just a couple more to be done now, and then I'll show you it in the evening. I think I am going to get a new wing mirror as well for the one here. You can see I have a big one there and just a small one over here, and it just doesn't look right, so I think I'll order another one, because the big one is the right job. That was actually sent to me by a viewer, John, thank you very much. And it is much better than the smaller one. In fairness, I can just see a far lot more, so I'll get that in as well. So we just have a few more bits to do anyway, and I'll show you the finished product. And just if anyone is interested in them, I'll just show you there what I got. You can pause it there and take the information if you want, and if you want the brake lights information or the ones for the license plate, just get on to me and I can get those details. But to be fair, if you got onto Autosparky, he'll sort you out anyway. He knows what's what. Okay, so I am back down here this evening. This camera does not do well in the dark, so it's a good thing we're coming into the summer soon, I hope. But I am under pressure today because this video is due to go out in about 2 hours. I don't have it edited. I don't even have it recorded because I haven't shown you the last of it. It is quite dark. The camera is making it look very bright outside, but it is almost dark. It's coming up to close enough to 6 o'clock now, so it is pretty dark. But I just want to show you what the lights look like when it is dark. So they've all been put in there now, and I will give you a proper look. I have my camera on here as well, so I might give you a look at that. I'll see what it looks like in this kind of lighting. But Ger, when he put it on, he said he thought he might have to raise it, and he will, because I can just ever so slightly see the forks, but they have to be on the ground, like in the parked position. So when I was bringing in a bale, it's not really helpful to me. Now, it might be helpful if I'm scraping out the pen or something, but I think just having a little bit more height on it might suit me better, because even when I was flipping the bale, I thought I would be able to see exactly where the forks were going into the bale, but I wasn't. I couldn't see. But it's on, and I'll give you an idea. It's definitely better than not having it, but it's just not doing quite what I want it to do yet. So he said he might just make a bit of a mount just to raise that ever so slightly, just to give it a better view. But I will turn off the lights here. I'll try and set up the camera in a way that you can see it, because obviously if I just shine the camera into the lights, you're not going to really be able to see them. But I want to give you an idea of the light that it does show. And I might just give one quick run around the tractor again, just to show you what they all look like as well. But yeah, I'll do that now. Please ignore how dusty the tractor is. It's just honestly not a priority at the moment, getting that done. This is it. So every light was changed, and I think they're looking smart. So I'll put them to the test now. Now, hopefully you'll be able to hear me over the sound of the tractor, but this is my view of the camera. So as you can see there, I was saying I can just see the tips of the spike, which is grand. But then when I lift it even ever so slightly, so I'm just going to lift the forks there now a second. So, gone. I can't see anything. And that's barely even up off the ground now. It just has to be fully on the ground for me to see them. So I do think just having them raised, or having the camera raised just that little bit, will make it a lot better. Although maybe I'm asking too much of it. If anybody has done this with their loader, you might let me know. But I think I could get more out of it, to be honest. But the picture is really clear on it and everything. It's fantastic. So I'm really happy with that now as well. So that's that. Now, so that is it there now. I'm delighted with them. I just can't get over the light out of it. But I should have done a comparison between the old and the new, just so you could see the difference. But honestly, you can't compare the two. You can probably tell anyway from the old lights that I showed you. I mean, you just can't compare those to those nice LED ones. Some people like to keep the original ones on. I think the LEDs on this now just really elevate the tractor and make it look better, as well as being more practical. There was very poor light out of those other bulbs that were in there, so it's just going to be handy around the yard now and everything as well, and also look good. So a massive thank you to Autosparky for that, because that is a massive gift, and yeah, I'm delighted with them. I hope you can hear me, because they've all decided to have a drink now the minute I started talking. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here because, as I said, I still have to edit it, upload it and everything. I've never been so unprepared for a video as in the 2 years I've been doing this. It's just things are a bit hectic at the moment, and this week was particularly hectic. So I better run, get this done, and let's see if I can get it out by 8 o'clock. It'll be a tight squeeze now to get it done. But as always, thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.